Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the council meeting of Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. Let the record show that all councilors are present except for Councilor Justin Faso and Councilor John Schreiber. Adds and deletes. Add consent agenda number 14. Add department and committee reports number 5E, number 5G, and 5I. Could I have approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Moved by Councilor Bayless.
Second.
Second by Councilor Whitney. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed nay. Motion carries. Approval of minutes. Approve the minutes of Hibbing City Council meeting of May 17th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Whitney.
Support.
Support by Councilor Hoffman-Sockinen. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Approval of the minutes of Hibbing City Council Workshop Meeting of May 17th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Councilor Whitney.
Hildebrand.
G. Hildenbrand.
Oh, was that Councilor Hildebrand?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Bayless. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Approve accounts payable dated 5/26/2023, checks number 174768 through 174868 in the amount of $587,275.01. Approve city council payroll for pay period ending 5/19/2023. Checks number 168737 through 168747 in the amount of $560,438.59. Acknowledge the resignation of Audrey Johnson from the temporary library aide position with the Hibbing Public Library effective 6/7/23. Acknowledge the resignation of Rossi Gangle for the fire marshal position with the Hibbing Fire Department effective 6/1/23. Authorize the hire of Mitchell Anderson for the paid on-call firefighter position with the Hibbing Fire Department pending successful completion of pre-employment conditions. 6, authorize the hire of Matthew Bench for the full-time firefighter paramedic position with the Hibbing Fire Department pending successful completion of pre-employment conditions. 7, authorize the posting of temporary library aide with the Hibbing Public Library. 8, authorize the posting of temporary summer library intern with the Hibbing Public Library. 9, authorize promotion of Giovanna Angelo to the full-time driver paramedic with the Hibbing Fire Department effective June 7th, 2023. 10, authorize the posting of a part-time PBA technician with the Hibbing Police Department. 11, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the Range Regional Airport's new hangar open house on Tuesday, June 27th, 2023 from 4 to 7 p.m. 12, set the next regular Hibbing City Council meeting for Wednesday, June 21st, 2023 at 5 p.m. at the City Hall in the Hibbing City Hall Council Chambers. 13, set the Hibbing City Council Workshop for Wednesday, June 21st, 2023, following the Hibbing City Council meeting at City Hall in the Hibbing City Council Chamber. 14, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the Juneteenth celebration on the lawn of the Hibbing Public Library and City Hall on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023 from 4 to 7 p.m. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read and published.
We have a motion by Councilor Hoffman-Sockinen.
Support.
Support by Councilor Whitney. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We have public forum. We do have one person to speak tonight, and that's Mr. Nathan Thompson with Habitat for Humanity. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mayor Hyduk, and thank you, City Council. I'm Nathan Thompson, the Executive Director of North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity, and it's just a privilege to be able to come and address the council. Number one, to say thank you for the support that we receive for the affordable home building program that we have here and in the city of Hibbing. We have built, I believe it's 34 homes within the city, and just celebrated a dedication of our 16th home that we built in partnership with the Hibbing High School. So that project there, the home is on 19th Street East. We are going to finish it up. There's just a few little details that the school wasn't able to finish. We have some landscaping, some sidewalks, a little bit of siding. And that homeowner should be moving in here by the end of June. But we're excited about that. The partnership, as you guys know, with the Hibbing High School and the Hibbing Community College, they provide the electrical partnership to get the electrical service done. It's been a great partnership for us through the years, and it's just really good to be able to work with the city of Hibbing and the community of Hibbing to make that happen. We do have an appetite to continue building in Hibbing, and I think I can attribute a lot of that to you guys here, the city council, the staff have all been a pleasure to work with, and they make it easier to do the work that we do at Habitat to build homes with our families in need of an affordable home. So we have plans here in 2023 to start 2 home ownership projects. And we're currently in the process of gathering land, and with the appetite of having 2 projects in Hibbing on a yearly basis, it is a challenge to keep up with land acquisition. And I'd like to just acknowledge that I have a really great working relationship with our city planner here, Betsy Olivanti, and we've been working on that challenge to make sure that we have land available to build Habitat homes on. Other than that, we continue to build, and it's just nice for the community to know we have a lot of great volunteers here in Hibbing. We have a lot of great board members that come from the city of Hibbing as well. And a large part of our donor base is the Hibbing community. So we're just grateful for that support, Mayor, and wanted to say thanks.
Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Thompson, and it's been a pleasure having a partnership with you, and we appreciate all you do. I didn't know it was 34 homes to date, so that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
With no other applicants for public forum, we'll move on to department and committee reports. First is Library Manager Laura Koenig.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. I come before you this evening to request the authorization to hire an intern for the Digital Connection Committee grant. It is only 30 hours, and it's to help compile the final portions of the grant for submittal.
Okay, hearing the hire of internal, wishes of the council.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Bayless,
Support.
support by Councilor Hildebrand. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
So the second part of this is to authorize the hire of the applicant we have for that 30-hour position, Karen Hansen, for the intern position.
Okay, so you're through with that process. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Hoffman-Sockman,
Support.
support by Councilor Whitney. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you very much.
We'll move on to building official, Mr. Green. Evening, Pat.
Evening. Mayor and Council, this is a plat exemption. The hearing was actually in March 27th. One of the conditions is that they had to bring to us a legal survey of both lots before it would be recorded and approved. It was for Church of Christ. They split one lot into 2. So one parcel will have the house on it that they may want to sell, and they would keep the other parcel with the church on it. It met all the minimum conditions for lot frontage, separate utilities, and they did bring in a legal description for both parcels. So I'm looking for approval on that.
Hearing what Mr. Green had to say, wishes of the council.
Motion.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Approved motion by Councilor Bayless,
I'll support.
support by Councilor Whitney. Any discussion? Pat, this is off 37, correct? That's the church?
39th and 40th Street.
Oh, 39th and 40th, okay.
Yeah, so one parcel's actually on 30. Well, the church is on East 40th Street, 1513, and
Right.
the parcel extends.
All the way through to 39th. Okay,
Yes.
I understand what you have. Right. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thanks, Pat. Move on to Finance Director, Shana Muller. And Aaron, we have a replacement tonight.
Mayor and Council, TACTRAN was the sole bidder for the third-party operator RFP for Hibbing Area Transit. Year one's proposal is from July 2023 to June 2024, and it was in the amount of $399,569.90. Under the same timeframe under Shubat, it would have been $368,000 for an increase of around $30,000. TACTRAN has 36 years of experience in the school bus industry, but they have not operated a public transit service before. But they will have some costs associated with starting up and getting running. And this proposal was in line with an independent cost estimate that we did when we analyzed other service providers during the RFP process. The operating budget with our MnDOT contract does allow for this extra cost for 2023, and then this summer, when we request 2024 dollars, we'll just include that increase.
Okay.
So we are requesting the City Council award the bid to TACTRAN for Hibbing Area Transit.
Very good. It's exciting to actually have you bring this before us tonight. This has been weighing on our council for quite a few months, and I appreciate the effort you and Tina have done. And so anyways, hearing what was just said, looking for approval for third-party operating for our transit, TACTRAN. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion by Councillor Hoffman-Sockman,
Support.
support by Councillor Hildebrand. Any discussion? I just have a couple things. I just want to thank Shubat at this time for everything they've done, and I know they're going to work through the transition period with us, and, they've been a provider for many, many years, and I'm hoping that, we'll have that same success with TACTRAN. But anyways, thank you so much for the effort and time you have put in, and it's exciting news tonight to be able to, hopefully. So, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you. City Engineer Jesse Story.
Mayor Council attaches a local bridge replacement program grant agreement and resolution 230602. If you recall, we awarded that project to Northland Constructors in the amount of $864,100. The grant agreement is in the amount of $756,300.80. The local share, which will use state aid dollars, is $107,799.20. I'm looking for the council to approve the grant agreement and the resolution.
Hearing what Mr. Story said, wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councillor Whitney,
Support.
support by Councillor Bayless. Any discussion? This is the Kelly Lake Bridge?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want, so the residents knew. So we'll be shutting that entrance coming in, Jesse, during this construction?
Yes.
Okay, so they'll have to come in from the north then.
Yep.
Very good. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Community Economic Developer. Jesse Olavante. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I do have quite a list here tonight, so I'm just not printing it all out, and I have it on my laptop in front of me. So my first item tonight is to offer resolution number 230603, transferring ownership of the building at 11215 Highway 37, Hibbing, operated as the Range Regional Animal Shelter, and all associated funding from the bond obligation from the Hibbing Economic Development Authority to the Hibbing City Council's purview. This was approved at the June 5th, 2023 HEDA meeting. So a while back, was it 2020, Aaron, that the bonds were completely paid off and satisfied? And the account meanwhile for the debt service covenant, that was part of that bond obligation that HEDA had secured for this building, for the city. The account stayed open, and we've been reconciling it every month since then, even though the bond has been paid off. So that is the first item that will be cleared up by doing this action. The second item that's cleared up by this action is to transfer the facility into the purview of the city council. It's already been there for operations, for mowing and those sorts of things. But the rest of it then will transfer in for capital improvement planning purposes and things like that. In the 2024 budget cycle, which will start in June or July, this will be something that then can be looked at and move forward from the city council's purview.
Very good. Hearing what Director Olivanti had to say, wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion from Jennifer Hoffman-Sockman,
Support.
support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
So I remember correctly, there is a user agreement in place. Will that need to be updated since we're changing who owns the property or how it's listed?
Madam Councilor, Mr. Mayor, I'll refer that to Deputy Administrator Candy, who is well up on this.
Thank you, Counselor, and Council. First of all, the user agreement that we have dates back to 2011. That's the last one that we have signed. So at that point, Nicarola and I have been talking user agreements between the raceway. So that will be coming forward soon. I know we've discussed this at the workshops. At this point, we are just abiding by that contract until a new one is signed.
Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Candy. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Move on to B.
Fabulous. So my second item is to offer resolution number 230604, authorizing the city of Hibbing to make an application to and accept funds from the Blandon Foundation Grant Program for the Hall Rust Mine View project. I have been working on this in conjunction with City Services Director Nicarola. When you approved the last swath of funding for the construction to start, City Council gave directive to staff to go and find additional funds to plug that gap. We heard that, and we have been out doing that work. We had reached out to a few different sources. The Blandon Foundation indicated that they were willing to receive a letter of interest from us. We submitted the letter of interest and were invited to apply for $150,000 worth of grant funding. That application has since been submitted, and we are waiting for their board to review and respond.
Very good. Hearing what Ms. Olivanti had to say, wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Councilor Whitney. Support. Support by Councilor Hildebrand. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. C, Betsy.
Fabulous. So this item tonight is to approve a letter of support from the Hibbing City Council for MnDOT's Office of Transportation application to the U.S. Department of Transportation's Charging and Fueling Infrastructure, or CFI, discretionary grant for federal fiscal year 2022 and 2023 to implement electric vehicle charging infrastructure in Greater Minnesota under MnDOT's Moving Greater Minnesota Forward program. So this speaks to our core strategy of a thriving and regional leader, bolstering and maintaining transportation connections within our community, and offering modern facilities for recreation and wellness, making the city a healthy place for families to live. MnDOT is working with the IRRR and other partners, including Plum Catalyst, to secure funding from available sources to focus on these charging infrastructure in northeastern Minnesota. The intent is that the IRRR will secure a portion of the funding statewide that will focus in on northeast Minnesota, and sending this letter of support for that MnDOT grant to the federal government is one way that the city of Hibbing can raise their hand and say, we'd like to be included if it makes sense for the city of Hibbing to do so. I'm working in conjunction with Steph Dickinson from the Hibbing Public Utility as well, to move that conversation forward. And she and I have some meetings set up with Claire Peterlin of Plum Catalyst to have more conversations and get that process started.
Very good. So what we're looking for is approval of letter of support from the Hibbing City Council. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any other discussion? I'm just glad to hear you're conferring with PUC on this. That's great to get that partnership going.
Absolutely.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. E.
Item D is to authorize the mayor to sign a request letter from the city of Hibbing to St. Louis County Lands and Minerals Department for 3 tax forfeit parcels. And the next items that are on the agenda all sort of flow with this, but we have to do several steps in order to make all of this happen. So this letter should be in your packet, and it talks about the fact that we're working with North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity to convey these parcels to build affordable housing in our community, as Nathan explained earlier. And let's see here, I'm sorry, I just can't read my whole. This, okay. Additionally, we have secured grant funding from the Department of Iron Range Resources and Rehabilitation to demolish some of the current structures on those properties, on 2 of them, and utilizing city staff and equipment in partnership with St. Louis County to remediate some blight structures and make these properties saleable. So we're requesting then that the cost of acquiring these properties follow the 20% of estimated market value of land process that Executive Director Nathan negotiated with St. Louis County in the past, so that we would follow that process as he's designed. And in lieu of that, if there are additional costs that St. Louis County has incurred to make these properties ready for this remediation, that they take into consideration the value of our time and efforts helping to demolish the structures. So this has been an ongoing conversation between Director Thompson, myself, and St. Louis County Lands and Minerals, and we're just looking to negotiate that and wanted to make sure that the city communicated our intent to do this project and why it's important to our community, and also that we'd really like to help do this in a most cost-effective way.
Thank you so much. Mr. Barland, I do have a question. There's 3 piece parcels here. Do I have to go individually on these 3 parcels?
For the purposes of this particular letter, one motion is fine. The separate matters acquiring each one need to be handled separately, but this particular letter is all
Okay.
encompassed in.
Very good. I appreciate that. So anyways, we're looking for support for the mayor to sign a request for 3 parcels of land. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Support by Counselor Hoffman-Sockman.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. E, Betsy.
Excellent. So I'd offer resolution 230610, waiving the planning commission's review of the city of Hibbing acquiring real property in the plat of Sargent Addition to Hibbing, Minnesota. So in the past, I'll just kind of explain this once and then we can kind of move through them a little bit more expeditiously. In the past, when the city council and the mayor have worked to convey property to Habitat for Humanity, the planning commission has often not been part of that process simply for the purposes of looking at the property and allocating those parcels. However, it is in our comprehensive land use policy that we do move all land sales through that planning commission. As I understand from Attorney Borland, he may weigh in on this just to make sure we're following process. So that's why this process is being followed. We did go to our building official, Mr. Pat Green, to ask that question and make sure that we're not going outside of standard process as, you know, we've done in the past. So in case you're wondering why we're doing it this way, that's why.
Hearing Ms. Olavanti's explanation, wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Counselor Whitney.
Support.
Jay got it.
Jay got it. Support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
All right, so item F, offer resolution 230605 for the city of Hibbing to request the parcel of land 140-0220-03170 to convey to North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity.
Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Item G, offer resolution number 230611, waiving the planning commission's review of the city of Hibbing acquiring the real property in the plat of Forest Grove in Hibbing, Minnesota.
Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Whitney. Any discussion?
Where's Forest Grove?
This property is the 00850. It's the one over on Third Avenue West. I believe
Third
it's,
Avenue West?
so it's over, as you're taking 37 and you go through the 37th Street and you go through the stoplight on First Avenue and you go across that, it's down in that
Oh,
area.
gotcha. Thanks.
I am still learning my Hibbing community neighborhoods, and I'm getting better.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Excellent. Item I, I'm offering resolution 230612, waiving the plan,
H.
offering resolution H, yes. Support for the city of Hibbing to request the parcel 140-0096-00850 to convey to North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity in Forest Grove.
Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Whitney.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Excellent. Now I. Offer resolution 230612, waiving the planning commission's review of the city of Hibbing acquiring the property in the plat of Brooklyn, Hibbing, Minnesota.
Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless. Support.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to support.
Support by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Excellent. Finally, offering resolution 230607 in support of the city of Hibbing to request the parcel 140-0050-04080 to convey to North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity.
Very good. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Whitney.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, Betsy.
Thank you.
And congrats, you're going to be busy, Mr. Thompson. Thank you. We'll move on to Fire Chief, Mr. Jenko.
Evening, Mayor and Council. The item that we have before you tonight is the acceptance of a grant from the Central Mesabi Medical Center Foundation for $2,000. A couple of council meetings ago, we came back to you guys and received a generous donation from the Hibbing Foundation. We also applied to the Hospital Foundation for some grant funding for the purchase of body armor gear. Since that council meeting, the Hospital Foundation has notified us, and we have received a $2,000 donation from them. And I'm asking the council to accept that. Please and thank you.
Very good. Hearing that explanation, wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Move on to Mr. Krasinski.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, thank you. So this evening, I would offer up Resolution 230609, establishing Juneteenth as a City of Hibbing designated holiday. We did take a look at just kind of, what the requirement is in the statute. I think the governor signed it about the 24th or so of May. So it has become law in the state of Minnesota. So I would try to answer any questions, otherwise I'd offer that resolution for action.
So we have a resolution to add Juneteenth as a city holiday for the city of Hibbing. That's what your resolution is. Could I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to.
We have a motion from Councillor Hoffman Sockman. Second?
Support.
Support by Councillor Bayless. Discussion. Any discussion? Very good. Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, Greg. We'll move on to administrator's report.
City Council, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I have one item this evening concerning our citywide cleanup day, which happened last Friday and Saturday. I would dub that event a success. Thank you to Steve and Tyler and Amanda and the police department for putting that on. Thank you to the city council and the mayor for participating. Thank you to our volunteers. We had many volunteers on site helping their neighbors control blight and garbage and whatnot. So we do plan to make that an annual event. I know there's some conversation about how we can improve it, make it better. And remember, this is one part of our strategy for handling blight across Hibbing. We know that's a problem. We know that it's a priority for our city council and our residents to address that issue. This is one of those strategies. So again, thank you for our police department for a great activity. So with that, that's all I have this evening.
Very good. I'd like to add to that and Councillor Whitney, as far as, you know, it was amazing. He was there and I was there and just a lot of different people. It was fun. And if I had $1 for every time someone said thank you, we'd never have to worry about funding for the city again. I mean, people were that pleased with having that opportunity. It was awesome.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Greg, do we have any numbers as far as the volume? Do we have any idea how much Chief, would you like to
Yeah, I can either
expand on that?
Or we're gonna hit on working session.
Oh, this would be good.
Great. Yeah, so kind of to give everybody a quick rundown, these are we anticipate in excess of over 200 vehicles came through the line. And kind of the rough idea we have from that is when the vehicles would come through, they'd get an informational flyer, kind of what we accept, don't accept. As we had mentioned the day of the event, we didn't turn anybody away, even if they had stuff that we technically weren't supposed to take. We took it in just because we knew that Chris would be picking it up on Ansley Road if we didn't do that. Chris took it upon himself to actually go out to the Ansley Road and picked up, what was it, two or three truckloads of stuff just off of Ansley Road. As you can see by one of the pictures there, some of the stuff that was just dropped off on Ansley Road. So part of the strategy was with this cleanup day is we're hoping that stuff like that doesn't happen in the future. As Greg had mentioned, several volunteers from different entities, which was great to see. We had some great donations, Porta John, Hibbing Hardee's, Walmart, Cliffs, our police department, obviously, Hard Rock Liquor, General Waste, and Hibbing Salvage all participated in different ways. To give kind of an idea on, we took in 82 mattresses, 3 garbage truckloads of garbage, I guess we could say, so nearly 11 tons of just garbage. Then General Waste had their stuff there with the TVs, and then 12 tons of scrap metal. So these are just kind of rough ideas on the stuff we took in, and kind of the pictures show more detail, and Mayor and Councilor Whitney, who were there those days, saw firsthand some of the stuff that was coming through the driveway. we've talked about how we can improve it next year and, maybe even bolster it to the point of where we can get enough volunteers and resources to actually go to people's doorsteps. Might be a tough task to do, but something we definitely would like to do for the, the people that can't leave their homes and stuff like that. For year one, I think it was very successful, and I really want to tip my hat to Tyler and Amanda. They did a lot of work to coordinate this, so appreciate all the hard work on that. Any other questions?
No, just to reiterate, Amanda and Tyler were outstanding. Amanda was a little taskmaster, right? She was in control. You could put it this one, you could put it in that one. It was really enjoyable to be around her and her passion for what we were doing.
Yep.
I thank everyone. Okay, we will move on to bids and quotes. City Engineer, Mr. Story.
Mayor Council, the first item is a quote from McCoy to replace the articulation pins and bushings on John Deere loader 66031 in the amount of $9,850.75. We're trying to go through our fleet from the winter we had and repair everything we can before next winter. If you recall, we did this to one of our other loaders about 2 months ago, so I'm asking for council approval to have this repair done.
Okay, wishes of the council for replacement of pins and bushings.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Councilor Hildebrand. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. B.
Next item, Mayor Council, is to approve the Moino replacement parts for the cavity pump at the treatment plant for $9,401 plus shipping. There are two quotes attached. Low quote was from Liberty Process Equipment, and I'm asking for council approval.
We're looking for council approval for repairing the cavity pump. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Hoffman-Sockman.
Support.
Support by Councilor Whitney. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. C.
Mayor Council, the next item is to approve the drive sprockets at idler assemblies on our case dozer from Titan Machinery. These parts are wore out. We cannot use our dozer right now. So what we'd like to do is order these parts, our mechanics will install the parts, and then for the 2024 budget, we'll order new tracks. We'll budget for tracks for that case dozer. The amount of the quote is $8,177.96, and I'm asking for council approval.
Looking for council approval for a new drive sprockets idler assembly. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Councilor Hildebrand.
Whitney.
Whitney. Sorry about that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Last item, Mayor Council, is to approve the snorkel tube on the Vector truck to McQueen Equipment in the amount of $6,146.08. Currently, we cannot use this is the newer of our two Vectors we have. We cannot use this Vector. There's a hole in the tube. When you turn it on and all the stuff comes out, that there's a hole in the tube, so we can't use it, or you'll get covered. So I'm asking for council approval. We'll have our mechanics do the install. The quote amount is $6,146.08.
Okay, look for council approval for a new snorkel tube. Wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Councilor Whitney.
Support.
Support by Councilor Hildebrand. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We move on to Finance Director. Aaron.
Mayor and Council, this item is to approve the purchase of a used 2017 transit bus from Hoagland Bus Company in an amount not to exceed $52,500 plus any tax, title, and license fees. We continue to face mechanical issues on all of our existing transit buses. Bus 148 is in need of a new engine, which was quoted around $14,000. In addition to that, the buses we ordered in the end of 2022 are expected anywhere from July to the end of the first quarter in 2024. That's as much info as we could get on that order. Hoagland Bus Company let us know they had a 2017 Ford E450, which is a little bit smaller than the Class 500s we have. Greg went and checked it out. They did some work to it. It has some new tires on it. It's in pretty good shape, and it has around 50,000 miles. We did send out a request for quotes to a few other suppliers, and no one else had any available used buses. And we also reviewed some buses online, and similar buses had much higher miles, and they were a lot older. Since COVID, we have built up a pretty good reserve account. We've got to keep all of our revenue for the past few years, so we have about $142,000 in a reserve account that can pay for this used bus.
Very good, I appreciate the update. Hearing what was just said, wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Whitney. Any discussion? A couple questions I had. Greg, you had a chance to look at the bus, of course. And it said it's a 2017. Now, being the smaller bus, is this the same size bus as we are now going to be getting? So it's a nice transition then into that size bus. That's the question I really was getting to. Because that does not require a certain driver's license to drive that bus like our previous.
I believe you do not need a CDL
Yes.
to drive this size.
Very good. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Nice to know it's coming. And what's our delivery date?
ASAP.
Yes.
We will set that up soon.
Okay, very good.
We'll get it closed and then pick it up.
I like that answer. We move again to Laura Koneman.
Good evening. I come before you this time to ask for the approval of a quote from Quick Case in the amount of $3,106.50. These are the lock cases for our DVD,
For what?
the DVD collection
Okay,
at the
very
library.
good. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion from Counselor Hoffman Sockman,
Support.
support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you,
Thank you.
Laura. Mr. Esty.
Mayor and council, good evening. Tonight I have before you a quote for a bulletproof vest for K-9 Dottie. K-9 Chase currently has one of these vests already, so we know they work really well. Looking to get her one as well. This is from K-9 Storm, who manufactures these in the amount of $3,479.
Very good. Wishes of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion from Counselor Hoffman Sockman,
Support.
support by Counselor Whitney. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, Steve.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
does Chase already have one then?
He does, yes.
He does? Okay.
We move back to Fire Chief, Mr. Jenko.
Evening, Mayor and Council. This item is to approve the paying of the invoice. The city has 26 city-owned AEDs throughout the city. The fire department has the most, followed by city services, and those batteries are coming due. Those batteries last about 4 years, and we know in the next week or two, the batteries are gonna start chirping, which just means end of life. Even though they're gonna be chirping for those city entities that have them, that does not mean they don't work. It's just an indicator. After speaking with the administrator last week, we felt it was in the best interest of the city to just go ahead and order those. They have been ordered. The total is $7,875.66, and each department will be individually, I guess, charged out of their budget for the number of AEDs that are out there. So I'm asking for authorization to pay the invoice.
Very good. So you're running all the ordering through the fire department. Each department, depending on how many AEDs they have, will be
Yep.
assessed appropriately.
Yep, Boundary Medical is our supplier for the vast majority of our stuff. It was by far the cheapest. And then the fire department, we will be going out there and changing all the batteries. We do all the checks and all the stuff that are required to do. Christy McCormick, our EMS director, actually found the file, to be honest with you, that said, hey, and brought it to our attention that this is gonna start chirping in the next couple of weeks and we should look into it. So we're trying to get ahead of it before it starts to get that annoying little beep.
Very good. Hearing after what was said, wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless,
Support.
support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Chief,
Counselor Hoffman.
thank you. Chief, do we work in concert with Central Masabi Medical Foundation and the Westland Fund when it comes to these batteries?
Yes, Krista McCormick on her own time has taken over the West Lind side of the house from Tom Kriske when he retired. So there are a lot more AEDs that are out there. You know, Little League and a lot of the different entities outside of city buildings and such have AEDs, and they work through the West Lind Fund to get those replaced. A bunch of us still go do it after our hours on our own time to change out those things and help them out. But those entities will be invoiced for the batteries that they need to get.
Okay, good, thank you.
Wishes of the council? Oh, wait, we already did that. didn't we?
Give a motion.
That was an addition, motion to, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay, motion carries. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
We'll move nothing for additional boards and commissions, so we'll move on to license and permit. One, approve the raffle permit application request of the Hibbing Horseshoe Club to hold a raffle on Thursday, June 8th, 2023 at Palmer's Tavern. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Councilor Hildebrand. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. To approve the one-day, June 20th, 2023 transient merchant license of Michael Fitzpatrick, Abide for Freedom LLC. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve?
Motion approved by Councilor Hoffman Sockman.
Support.
Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 3, approve the one-day, June 2023 transient merchant license of Alexandria Stuckey, Tootsie's Candies and Body, Candles and Body. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Whitney. Support. Support by Councilor Hildebrand. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. 4, approve the one-day, June 20th, 23 transient merchant license of Jocelyn Jerkovich, Doma's Donuts. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Councilor Whitney. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 5, approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Mr. Nick's Corner Bar to dispense alcohol outside the bar during the Hibbing Street Dance on Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Councilor Whitney.
Hildebrand.
Hildebrand,
Support.
you two sound alike.
I'll talk in a British accent from now on.
Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Sportsman's Restaurant to dispense alcohol outside the restaurant during the Hibbing Street Dance on Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve?
Motion approved by Councilor Hoffman Sockman.
Support.
Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 7, approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Mike's Pub to dispense alcohol outside the restaurant during the Hibbing Street Dance on Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Whitney. Support by Councilor Hildebrand. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 8, approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Boomtown to dispense alcohol outside the restaurant during the Hibbing Street Dance on Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Councilor Hildebrand.
Support.
Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 9, approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Do You to dispense alcohol outside the nightclub during the Hibbing Street Dance on Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Councilor Whitney. Any discussion?
Yes,
Yes.
and I probably should have asked this earlier on, but everyone is stopping selling alcohol at the same time during the street dance? And then can they go back in and their license, then it goes like if they have a 1 o'clock or a 2 o'clock
Yes.
a.m.? Candy?
Counselor Hoffman Sockman and Counselors, Mayor, we had a meeting the other day with bar owners, and they're all stopping, well, outside they stop at 11 o'clock, and then the Public Works and Sanitation have an hour to kind of clean up. So they go in, they can the bar owners can't sell anymore, but the patrons can be outside while they're cleaning up, but they cannot bring alcohol out anymore. But the other thing is, all of the bar owners decided together that they would be done at 1 o'clock, some of them have a 2 AM license, and they've decided they'd all stop at 1 AM. So just giving you the heads up on that.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's good to
Thank you.
hear.
Yep.
Good to hear.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. 10, approve the special event permit application at Toivo's Pub to hold a high school class 1993 on Saturday, July 15, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Whitney. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 11, approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Toivo's Pub to dispense alcohol on the front patio on Saturday, July 15th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Whitney.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. All in favor, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Number 12, approve the special event permit of the City of Hibbing for the Hibbing Public Library's Juneteenth celebration on June 20th, 2023, from 4 to 7 on the lawns of the Hibbing Public Library and City Hall. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve?
Motion approved by Counselor Hoffman-Sockman.
Support.
Support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Chisholm Area Chamber of Commerce to have Valentini Supper Club dispense alcohol at the new hangar open house on Tuesday, June 27, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless. Support. Support by Counselor Hoffman-Sockman. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Lastly, approve the temporary on-sale liquor license of Sammy's Pizza to dispense alcohol outside the restaurant during the Hibbing Street Dance on Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Whitney.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Could I get a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
So moved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Hildebrand. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you.